Hey y'all, Akinos here. So I want to ask you all to do me a favor. I'm going to give you a little whore logic snippet. Whore logic. If you are an ally, sex worker rights enthusiast, or even if you are a sex worker yourself, but mainly for the allies, when you are coming into this movement, I want you to really question your enthusiasm wanting to come into sex worker rights. Are you coming into sex worker rights because you think sex workers are less than human, people who don't have a voice, who need someone to speak for them? Or are you coming into sex worker rights because you believe in labor rights and bodily autonomy and the rights of people everywhere and not just the cis hetero patriarchy? Please make sure you unpack that. But what I really want you to question and what I really want you to stop doing is that I want you all to stop, especially the students, because you're fucking boring me, doing these research papers where you are, I don't know, talking about sex trafficking or human trafficking and talking about, oh, I'm doing a report on sex work. No, you're not, baby. What you're doing is you're doing a report on a human rights violation that actually has nothing to do with sex work. Because when you think about human rights violation and when you think about labor rights violation and when you think about sex trafficking, I promise you it can and will and is heavily researched and heavily written about. It can happen to anyone in any form of labor. This is not just a result of sex work. And I really want us to absolutely think about that, because when you are conflating sex trafficking, human trafficking, and all these other human rights and labor rights violation to sex work, what you're doing is keeping the stigmatization going. And that stigmatization seeps into people's psyches, and then it goes into bills and laws that make the lives of sex workers absolutely terrible. So whore logic, sit down and think about what you're doing and why you are doing it. And listen, make sure that you understand something. You're not going to reinvent the wheel. None of you are coming in doing anything that is so goddamn brilliant and so amazing that you can't stop for a moment and go do some research and find out that 1,000 other people have done the exact same thing that you have. What are you going to contribute that's absolutely different to this argument? So why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I'm the founder and executive director of a Black sex worker organization. Additionally, I'm writing a book called The Language of Sex Work to combat some of this, to demystify, to destigmatize some of these ideologies and this language that not only allies use, but sex workers use as well. Because quite frankly, I'm tired of it. You're boring me. I'm not excited about any of this sex worker research, because you really need to understand that Amazon workers are having their human rights violated, as well as children on chocolate farms. Eat up that good chocolate, baby. Love it. But remember, it's probably done by child slave labor. More on this later.